welcome to another episode here on the Minecraft Let's Play Season 2. I'm standing here beside our base. It's not yet to be built because I've gathered up resources for other stuff. As you know, that's wrong. We have some elytra and a very nice looking one, but I need much more resources than that, because to fly elytra you need rockets, and I have a couple of them. I've gathered up gunpowder when I have fought creepers and so forth, but yeah, it's not enough, and we will need to get a lot of gunpowder, because one of the things I want as well, except for having just for rockets, is also some netherite to upgrade my diamond gear. And to get netherite we need TNT, and to get TNT you need sand and you need gunpowder. So today's episode, as you probably know, is going to be a gunpowder farm. We're going to make a creeper farm more specifically, and yeah, so I've gathered up all materials, and it's so nice to actually get the shulker boxes ready with that stuff instead. So we have some deep slate over here. I have 2 of those because I think they're going to need a lot of it. We're going to use some wool, mostly because that's the material I have a lot of. The whole double chest up there with the sheep are continuing to produce, so I will gather up a bit of it. Also some tinted glass to make use of that. We have some trapdoors, and we also have some signs, and a little bit too much I think, but we're going to need a lot of them and other stuff as well. And we can't make this creeper farm out here on the mushroom island, of course, because here no mobs spawn except for the mushroom cows. So we're going to make it out here in the water. And I'm going to go up and show you a little bit more of why that is as well. And of course the design for the creeper farm is actually my own. Yeah, and I just start to fly here, there. A little bit wonky. So yeah. I'm going to put it around this part here, where you can see a little bit of missing of the kelp that hasn't decided to grow there. Somewhere there I'm going to put the farm. I'm going to have to take measurements exactly where to put it, so it doesn't intervene with any of the mushroom island biome, because then that's not going to spawn anything. But one reason for that being is because even though I'm going to use an AFK platform high in the sky, that's the usual thing, I want to also have it near my future base location, because even though I'm not AFKing and it's going to be a little bit, off side, so to speak, from the AFK spot, I still hope that it could produce something when I'm working at the base or something like that, or is at that spot, so it can still be in the 128 block area. Not maybe as good as close by as being at the AFK spot, but I hope for that to be a little bit, so it's a little bit passive as well when it produces stuff. But I'm also going to do the similar stuff as well. So I'm going to start off by measuring out where I need to be, where I'm going to put the center of the farm and everything and so forth, and we'll see each other once I've started the project. Some progress has been made, and yeah, it's a big black thing in the sky as of yet, but I've been working, and it's good to have the measurements right, so I have to redo a couple of these walls and floors a little bit. But yeah, we have the collection system is this sort of where our creepers are going to fall. It's going to be water here, and then they are going to get flushed down into this spot here, where they are going to fall down on some hoppers that you can see down below there. just outside of the block radius. This dirt are of course not going to be there, but I had to make a small workstation to be where I could put all the things, so I didn't have to go, for example, down onto the ground to get stuff all the time. That's a waste of rockets, I think, even though, yeah. So, what I'm going to explain this just a little bit before we start with a time lapse of me building the spawn platforms. So we're going to have water here, as I've said, and it's going to be water here all the way over there, water streams. It's going to go, of course, here and then down there, and then here they are going to get stopped by some signs, and it's just a matter of putting signs there and then putting a sign on top and doing that all the way. I can't do the whole way as of yet because of this place, so it's going to be put in a little bit later. But that's just there to get the creepers to, or not the creepers, the water to stop here, so it doesn't flow over, because we have a 6-block gap here, and that would make the water flow, because water can flow 8 blocks. So I decided to just put stop here, but have a little bit momentum, because I think it's after 4 or 5 blocks in the water, then the mobs can start to sort of try and go back, but I hope that the water flow will keep up and go over here. That's also why I have trapdoors here, because as you know, trapdoor mobs don't see the trapdoors, even though they are in this state. They still think that this is this state they are in, so they can walk on the trapdoors, but they are going to fall down. So this is just another measurement to get the creepers to fall down. After that, they are going to fall down to here, where we're going to have 3 water sources here, going over here. These are 7 blocks, and then we have 5 blocks here. And then they get stopped by the signs over there, but then the creepers should have enough momentum to just, they fall. And of course we have, I think it's 25 or 26 blocks that they fall down there. Creepers can survive around 24 or 25 blocks of fall damage. So I just taken a little bit safety to put it a little bit higher in case of. So yeah, now it's time for building some spawning platforms where the creepers are going to spawn, and they are going to be a little bit higher than this, so they can fall down into the water and then gets flushed away there. So we're going to put them a bit up, and we will show it in the form of a time lapse. Okay, hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I've done a little bit more after that, put up some more higher walls and also decorating them with some dark tinted glass. What I've also done is put in some cats, because that's what we are needing. And as you can see, I also lit up this place, because what's left now is put in water and put in a roof. And when we put in the roof, of course, it's going to get dark in here, and then mobs can spawn. So to prevent that, I put in some torches. All of them are going to disappear, except for these ones, of course. I have to take care of that when I put in the roof, because these ones are going to take care of by the water. And while I've put in the roof, we are then going to put up trapdoors on top of these platforms, in the roof area exactly. And reason for that being, if you don't know, because I think some of you may not know, some of you may do, it's pretty common knowledge as of this point, is that creepers are not completely 2 blocks tall. Most mobs are 2 blocks or just under 2 blocks. I think it's, for example, zombies and skeletons are around 2 blocks or something lower than that. But when we do it like this, so we have 2 blocks of air and then trapdoor in the upper part of that second block, then we eliminate everything except spiders and creepers. Creepers are the shortest mob out of the sort of tall ones. We have skeleton, zombies, enderman and so forth. And endermen are 3 blocks high, or need 3 blocks of space at least. So that's why we're only putting in 2. And then to prevent spiders from spawning, I have put in these 8 in the middle here. That's why we have these 9 by 9, or not 9, 3 by 3 sort of blocks, because it's easy for me to know where to put in the carpet, since spiders spawn on 3 by 3 spaces. These ones in the corners are only there to prevent creepers, because when I tested out this design in my creative world and tested out when creepers got scared of the cats, because that's what they do, they would run off the edge from each and every one of these, except when they got to this part here. And I think that it's a little bit too far away from the cat, so it's not scared anymore, and most of them could hover and stay on that spot there. So instead I eliminate that spawning space, but we also eliminate the possibility of creepers wanting to stay there in that corner, and such preventing more creepers to be spawning, since they are taking up the mob cap. So that's why the platforms are as they are. I'm going to put in that roof as I promised, and maybe put in the water as well. I don't know which one is the best to do first, but I'm going to finish up the farm now, and we'll see what it yields. Okay, so the farm is finished, and you are at the moment watching through my camera account instead of my regular one. You can see me standing there as of this moment, not AFK, but what would be AFK if I haven't turned the world into a server just temporarily, so I can try this out. I've put up this AFK's platform up here. It's 100 and something. It's it's a little bit less than 128 blocks from the killing platform down there with the hoppers that are at sea level. So we are around 190 in up in the world from down to the bottom. And I'm going to check this out now. We are in spectator mode, so it's not something that changes up. And oh, it looks like this is pretty working. I put in the glass there and we can see, yeah, this looks to be rather okay. We can see a lot of creepers that stands there, so that's not the same, but yeah. Yeah, and there one fall at least. And we can take a small look inside of here. Even though it's very, very dark, we can see that, oh, some of them are actually, they are stuck on the trapdoors. And here, oh, it's a lot of creepers. And they are also stuck on trapdoors. Maybe the trapdoor idea was not that great. Down here at least we are going to need to take away the trapdoors that are down below, and yeah, I think that we have to try this out. But yeah, those two ran off immediately after they got a look at the cat. So the farm is working, even though it's not working to 100%, but that's something I can fix. It is working, and that's what I'm after. And we have a lot of creepers. Look at all that gunpowder. So yeah, I'm going to leave my camera account there. We are going to go back to my ordinary account. customary as it's been on a couple of episodes now. I think I have a very good timing with this. The sun is setting and so are the episode. I hope, that's a wrong angle. I hope that you have enjoyed this and also enjoyed the result. I know that I'm going to enjoy the result very, very much. If you did like the episode, consider subscribing so you don't miss future episodes where we got to other shenanigans, farms and buildings and so forth. Otherwise, you can also leave a like and a comment instead and tell me about it that way. We'll see each other in the next episode. Goodbye.